Hi guys, so today I'm just going to show you how to achieve these sort of soft, beautiful waves. You can definitely tailor them to how you like to wear your hair. So you could brush this out more and have it just waves, or you could brush it less and have it more curly. So if you want to see how this look is recreated, then please keep watching. So this is what my hair looks like. I've just washed it and then just blow dried it with a large barrel brush, but not taking too much care because I know that I'm just going to curl it anyway. So after I wash my hair, I usually will just put some of this L'Oreal Absolute Repair oil through the ends, and my hair just seems to drink it, especially my blonde ends that are a lot more dry than my roots. So I can pretty much put as much of this as I want in my ends and they won't go oily. I'm not sure why that is. I think it's something to do with the oil, which is really awesome. So it just absorbs into the hair really well. So for the tutorial today, I'm using my Modiva Professional clipless curling wand. I'll put all the details of this in the down bar or on my blog, so you'll be able to learn all about this if you like. But it was relatively cheap. I think it was only about $90. And so it's clip free, and it comes with a little glove, as you can see, a heat protectant glove. So I'm going to use this today to curl my hair. So to begin with, just have clean washed hair. I would say always do it with clean hair because then you get the most out of your curls. Like, you can sort of wear it for the following days, whereas if you do it on dirty hair, then it won't be long and you'll have to wash your hair anyway, so you might as well make the most out of your hard work. So to begin with, I'm just going to section off just a bottom section of my hair just using a black clip. And this will all depend on how thick your hair is. So if you've got really thick hair, you'll need to do finer sections. My hair's quite fine, so bigger sections isn't really a problem because I don't have that much hair in each section. So I've just got a small section like that, as you can see. So prior to curling, I'm just going to go through and spray my hair with this GHD Curl Hold Spray. And this will just sort of give your curls more strength and longevity, which is what we want. Not too much. So after spraying the hair, I'm just going to brush it through just so that all the strands are sort of in line with each other. It's definitely better to curl your hair when everything's really neat and tidy rather than just all over the shop, unless that's the look that you're going for. So just brush it through, and depending on how thick your hair is, section it off. So I've got already obviously 2 sections, and I just pull it around to the front because my hair's long enough, but if your hair isn't that long, then you can obviously do it at the back like that. So I usually will just divide that into 4 sections, so another section on each side. 2 sections there. If your hair's really thick, then do as many sections as you like, and then just wrap it around. And just be sure to keep the hair really neat and sort of flat like a ribbon rather than curled up. If I stand a bit closer, you'll be able to see. And the actual curl is always formed when it's cooling down. So the shape that it cools in will be the shape that is sort of held within the hair. I usually like to hold mine there for a second, just to sort of prevent it from dropping too much in the beginning, and then I will let it go. It's really up to you as to how high you like to take your curls up to the root. It depends on the look that you're going for. I usually will take it relatively high, but not all the way to the scalp. And just be careful not to burn yourself. So we literally just go through and curl each section like this, but I always just generally hold it for a little second there when the curl comes out, just so that it doesn't drop straight away. Especially if you've got really heavy hair, letting it drop straight away, the curl might just drop out. And if you want to, you can clip the curl when you've finished styling it, although I do sometimes, definitely, but it's more of a high maintenance sort of thing. If you're going for really bouncy curls, like you want your hair to be really curly, then go for smaller sections and then clip the hair when you've finished curling it. So just through to the next section. And I literally sort of just count to 10 in my mind. The smaller the section, the sort of quicker it will be. The thinner the hair, the quicker it will be. Don't leave it on there for too long because we don't want to burn the hair. So just try and hold the end of it while it cools down, just so that it stays pretty much. So if you let it sort of rest there on your neck, then it will sort of hold that shape. And then I will just go through and give it a little spray of hairspray without spraying myself too much. Today I'm just using Schwarzkopf Super Styling Lacquer. You can use whatever hairspray that you like, although just be careful not to apply too much product because your hair can often go really oily, or some people don't react well with too much hairspray. So just be mindful of that when you're applying it, because if you're applying it on clean hair, you want your hair to sort of last for, depending on your own hair, mine will probably last for 3 days in curls, like once I've curled it, including today. So as you can see, that's the difference in length as it curls up. And just go through and comb that hair that hasn't been curled yet, just so that it's sort of really neat and tidy. As I said earlier, I just blow dried my hair before I did this. I wouldn't recommend straightening it because you're sort of double treating your hair. If you brush it really neatly and tidily like this and put in the right styling creams to prevent frizz and whatnot, you should be able to get away with not straightening before curling it. I usually will straighten the top bit around my part, but I'm not actually going to curl that area there, so that's just sort of for tidiness rather than like double heat treating my hair. So I usually start from the back so that I can then flick that hair across my shoulder there and not have to have it in my way. And like this. So I bring it around the back there. Sorry, that cord is annoying. And just wind it around like a ribbon, pretty much. And as you can see, I'm just holding on their hair at the end there so that the end is sealed properly and is in the same shape as the rest of the curl. If you use your GHD, you often find that the end doesn't curl the same as the rest of the hair, which can sort of be a bit obvious. You can always spot someone that's got GHD curls because those ends are off a lot of the time not as curly as the rest of the strand. And if you just take it out and hold it like that. So this is where sort of the glove is really handy. You don't have to wear it, as I said, and if you lose it, then I would probably be pretty sad, but you could still do it without the glove. So that's the final curl there. Just give it all a little spray. So for the top section, I would put in your part. Mine's over here somewhere. So give that hair a bit of a spray with the GHD spray as we did before. And then I'll just clip it up so that it's in its own section. We've got this section here, which I'll do first. And then this section on this side. So just clip that section as well, there. So we'll start working on this section first on its own. As I said earlier, I'm just going to straighten the root section here. If you've already got straight hair or you don't have any frizz or anything like that and you feel like you don't need to, then that's fine. But just to make it look neat, I'm just going to straighten just the root there, so that when it's actually finished, it's going to look really tidy rather than sort of having like frizzy hair, as you can see that there. And this is literally just around the part so that it's not messy. And then I'm just going to do the same as I did before in a ribbon shape, like that. And I might do this back section now. And then just fold it like a ribbon. I'm actually just going to swap hands. So for that front part there, you can swap hands if you like. Just put your glove on the other side. If you can't swap hands, then you can just do it as you were doing it, that's fine. So just keep it in that ribbon. Ooh. It's amazing how much harder it is to do something with your opposite hand. Even though this is my strong hand, this is not usually the hand I use for curling. And yeah, you can just wind it back towards the scalp. And then you can just let it come off and just hold it. And if you hold it sort of near the root so that it's sitting up into its curl, it will have that curl right off the root rather than sort of starting a few centimeters down. And then if you let it go like that, like that. You can give your hair a little bit of a spray from far away so that it's not sort of really lacquer-like on the strands. Okay, so these are the curls as they are. Now, I wouldn't leave them like this. This is not the fashion at the moment. I would be doing you wrong if I told you to leave them like this. So I'm just going to so today I'm just going to take this is a ball bristle brush, just any ball bristle brush will do, and I'm just going to just gently brush through the curls. They will bounce back into the shape, so don't be too stressed, but that's just going to bring them back into more of a natural look. And it's the same on the other side. So brush that back section up and back off your head just to give that bit of volume. And brush that front section together so that it sort of sits together. If you can see that. And those ones at the front, just brush them all together. And as you can see, that really changes the look a lot. And that's sort of how you get those really beautiful curls. So you can see it's just a little bit frizzy, just on the ends and at the back there. Just a little bit sort of from the hairspray and just because of my hair is usually curly. So I'm just going to spray it with this Matrix Color Care. It's called Shielding Shine Mist. I'm just going to sort of focus it more on the blonde because the blonde sort of absorbs these oils a lot better and doesn't get too oily. And that just makes it look really shiny when I brush it through. Makes it look more silky. You can sort of instantly see the difference. Well, I can. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and if you did enjoy the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to Show Me How Beauty, and I'll see you on my next tutorial. Bye! I'll just do a bit of a turnaround so you can see.